Are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the verge of a game-changing trade? As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes are on a potential deal that could bring a familiar face to the roster. A player who not only brings defensive prowess, but also a brotherly connection to one of our stars. Could this be the move that propels us into a deep playoff run? Stay tuned as we break down what this could mean for the team and why you should hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all things Leafs. Alright, Toronto Maple Leafs fans, let's dive right into the latest buzz surrounding our beloved team. There's been a lot of talk recently about Brad Treliving possibly making a move to bolster our roster, and one name keeps surfacing that could be a game-changer: Brandon Tanev, the younger brother of our own Chris Tanev. Now, you guys know, I'm all about getting the right pieces in place for a successful playoff run, and this potential addition has me both intrigued and excited. Brandon Tanev has been making waves in Seattle, showcasing his skills and relentless energy on the ice. He's got that grit that we all love to see, and honestly, who doesn't want a player with a connection to one of our key guys? The idea of bringing him in not only strengthens our defensive depth, but also adds a layer of chemistry that could prove invaluable. Imagine the synergy between him and Chris on the ice. It's not just about numbers, folks. It's about how these players complement each other, both on and off the ice. Now, let's break down what Tanev would bring to the table. He's had a solid season, tallying 7 goals and 7 assists. But what stands out are his defensive stats: 63 blocked shots and 84 hits. These aren't just random numbers. They tell a story of a player who's willing to put his body on the line for the team. And let's be real, the Leafs have struggled defensively this season, especially on the left side. Tanev could be that missing piece we need to shore things up. Treliving's focus on making a trade for a player like Tanev is crucial. With a relatively low cap hit of $3.5 million and the fact that he'll be a free agent at the end of the season, this is a low-risk, high-reward situation. If he thrives in our system, we could see an uptick in both our defense and overall team performance. Plus, it gives us flexibility for the future. You have to wonder how much Tanev would relish the opportunity to play closer to home, and what that could do for his performance on the ice. Craig Berube has made it clear he values players who play with heart and tenacity, and Tanev fits that mold perfectly. He brings not just skill, but a winning mentality that could be contagious. Imagine the impact he could have during the playoffs if we make a deep run. But let's take a moment to think about the broader implications here. Is this the right move for Treliving and the Leafs? Personally, I'm torn. While I see the benefits of acquiring someone with Tanev's skill set and background, I also worry about the chemistry of the locker room and how new additions can sometimes disrupt that. Do we really want to risk it right before the playoffs? It's a delicate balance, and I want to hear what you all think. So, what are your expectations for this potential move? Do you believe Tanev is the right fit for our team? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. This is a pivotal moment for the Leafs, and your input matters. Craig Berube's excitement over Philippe Myers' 2-year extension with the Toronto Maple Leafs is palpable, and honestly, I share that enthusiasm. Just announced on Friday, Myers inked a deal with an average annual value of $850K. It's a move that, while perhaps not the flashiest, could have significant implications for the team's defensive depth. Myers has had a rocky start this season, spending a fair amount of time as a healthy scratch. But instead of letting that discourage him, he stood firm, seized his opportunities, and has sparked discussions about the defensive pairings. Berube said it best when he noted that Myers earned his spot during training camp. For a player like him, who's been fighting through challenges, that's a huge win. His physical play, combined with his size and reach, has made him an asset on the penalty kill, and you can see how that's resonated with the coaching staff. What's particularly interesting is how the organization has handled Myers this season. He was sent on a conditional loan to the Toronto Marlies to ensure he could get ice time. This was a strategic move to keep him sharp and away from the waiver wire. It's a testament to the faith the team has in him, even when he wasn't getting those NHL minutes. And now, he's responding with strong defensive performances that have made it clear he's ready for the challenge. In just 11 games this season, Myers has already contributed 2 assists and has formed a solid partnership with Morgan Reilly. Their duo has controlled nearly 60% of expected goals at 5v5, which is impressive and ranks second among duos with at least 100 minutes together, just behind Riley and Chris Tanev. This kind of performance could significantly reduce the need for the Leafs to acquire another defenseman, which is crucial given the salary cap constraints. I can't help but feel excitement about the direction this team is heading. Myers himself acknowledged the frustration of the past 2 years, but remains optimistic, stating, "I've never stopped believing." His passion for being part of the Leafs is evident when he talks about the team's potential this season, particularly their goal of winning the Stanley Cup. As fans, we can all relate to that feeling of being on the cusp of something great. Now, I pose this question to you. Do you believe this was the best decision for the Leafs? Personally, I'm a bit torn. On one hand, securing a player like Myers, who's finally finding his groove, feels like a smart move. Yet, I can't shake the worry that we've seen this story before with players who ultimately didn't pan out. What do you think? Is this the right pathway for the Leafs as they chase that elusive championship? It's moments like these that keep us on the edge of our seats, and I want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about Myers' impact on the team now and in the future? Are you optimistic about his partnership with Riley? I truly want to know what you think. Drop your comments below and let's get this conversation going. As we continue to follow the Maple Leafs this season, remember to like this video and share it with fellow fans. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the latest updates. Hit that notification bell to catch every piece of news as it happens. Your support means everything, and together, let's keep the excitement alive for our beloved Maple Leafs.